Judge Vanderby Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1020, Jenkins case. Judge, both parties have been sworn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Harrison?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I am here today to request child support and back pay for my 2-year-old daughter.
Okay. And where is Dad?
That's a really good question. I'm wondering the same myself.
I mean, me too. It looks like he was served to be here today.
Yep.
So we can just continue without him.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know how much Dad makes? Do you have any financial information on him whatsoever?
I know he definitely makes over $100K a year.
Okay. And what does he do for a living?
He's a neurosurgeon.
Neurosurgeon, all right.
All right, folks, buckle up, because this case is heating up. Miss Harrison is taking legal action to secure child support and unpaid dues for her 2-year-old daughter. But here's where things get interesting. The child's father, a well-paid neurosurgeon, was properly served yet chose not to show up in court. Bold move, maybe. Smart move? Not so much. The judge isn't letting his absence slow things down, pushing forward without hesitation. According to Miss Harrison, the doctor rakes in over $130,000 a year, but hasn't contributed a dime to his child's needs. Now, with the judge preparing to calculate what he owes, this legal battle is gearing up to be one for the books. Stay tuned. Things are about to get real.
How long he's been a neurosurgeon?
About at least 7 years.
7 years, okay. And you said he makes over 100. Do you have an exact number that he makes?
If I had to guesstimate, I would say about 130.
130? That's about average?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And did you do any research to see if that was like customary for somebody who's been a neurosurgeon for all that time? Or is that like entry?
I think that's about average, so it definitely could be higher.
Okay, so we'll just base it at that then.
Okay.
Okay. And then you say you're requesting back pay.
Yes.
For the past 2 years, he hasn't provided anything?
That's correct.
Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. My name is Vonda Bailey and I'm a licensed attorney in the state of Texas, and I handle matters that are related to child support, child custody, divorce, and adoption. So if you need help in any one of those areas, please feel free to give me a call. Anything?
That's correct.
Okay. Did your daughter go to daycare or anything like that?
Yes, but I provide health care and daycare for my daughter.
Thank you for saying that. How much is health care?
That is about $125.
$125?
Monthly, yes.
Okay. And the $125, is that for your...
Miss Harrison takes the stand with poise, delivering her case with clarity and precision. She doesn't mince words. Her child's father, a practicing neurosurgeon earning around $130,000 a year, has more than enough to provide financial stability. Yet, despite his sizable income, he hasn't contributed a single dollar to their daughter's upbringing. She details how she has shouldered every expense alone, covering essentials like healthcare and daycare without a shred of support. The judge listens intently, noting the stark financial imbalance between the two parents. Her testimony carries undeniable weight, painting the picture of a mother fighting for what her child rightfully deserves. With each statement, the case gains momentum, inching closer to a pivotal ruling.
He has 2 other children.
2 other children, okay. So, based on 16%. And he will have to reimburse you the $125 back per month for the child. He's not here to dispute or say anything different, so it'll be based on the testimony that you provide, assuming, of course, that you're being honest about what the numbers are. Based on 130, roughly about 130, I have his gross at $11,333 a month, which brings his net to $8,550. Reimbursement for the $125 health insurance child support amount comes out to $1,485. Now, you said you want back child support. Are you asking for that for the past 24 months since your daughter has been born, or?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been in and out of the picture, but not financially, and I truly believe parenting it takes both sides to be there, so.
I mean, correct. I just wasn't sure if you were asking from the date of birth or it was a certain number of months that you were looking for.
Yeah, 24 months.
24 months, okay. So, 1,485 at the past 24 months is $35,640 a month. So what we'll do, because that number is so high, is add $500 for the back pay.
My name's Naru Witherspoon. I'm an attorney and I'm licensed in Illinois, Texas, and Missouri. I handle cases for families all over the nation. And I want to talk to you about Vonda Bailey. Vonda Bailey is a family law attorney and she handles high-profile, high-net-worth cases. If you're listening to this message and you're a high-value individual, a high-profile individual, you must give Vonda Bailey a call. What does that mean? If you have properties, if you have assets, if you have 401k plans, compensation packages that are complex.
The judge wastes no time methodically crunching the numbers to determine the father's child support obligation. Taking his estimated $130,000 annual income into account, along with necessary expenses like health care and the fact that he has 2 other children, the judge reaches a decision. He must pay $1,485 per month in child support. But Miss Harrison isn't stopping there. She also demands back pay for the past 24 months, and the judge grants it without hesitation. To settle the $35,640 in arrears, an extra $500 per month is tacked onto his regular payments. Since the father chose not to appear in court, he forfeits any right to challenge these calculations. With no objections, the judge enters a default order, locking in the ruling. This case serves as a prime example of how skipping court can lead to serious financial consequences. The decision is final, and there's no escaping the fallout.
Additionally, we'll go back down to the $1,485. So $1,485 plus $500, that brings your monthly obligation, well, his monthly obligation that you will receive for the child to $1,985. Okay? And that obligation will start on the 1st of next month, and once the withholding order and everything goes to his employer, you'll receive that amount every month. Okay? Now, he has the right to come back and dispute that if he believes the amount is incorrect, but today, because he didn't show up, I'm going to go ahead and enter a default.
Okay.
Okay? Do you have any other questions?
Just one quick question. If my number is lower and it turns out that he does with you more, is that number going to change?
That's a great question, and yes, it will change.
Okay.
Unless he can, like I said, if he can bring in something that shows differently, and if he brings in any financial documents that shows that it's higher, his child support will be raised.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further you are doing.
Before closing the proceedings, the judge addresses a key point. The father does have the right to challenge the ruling, but only if he can provide solid proof that his income differs from the court's estimate. Until then, the decision stands firm. Miss Harrison will receive $1,985 per month, including ARA's payments. The judge takes this moment to send a strong message. Skipping court doesn't mean skipping consequences. Ignoring legal responsibilities can lead to serious financial and legal setbacks. Courts don't wait for no-shows, and neither does justice. As the case wraps up, Judge Werby delivers a final takeaway. The father's absence didn't shield him from a court order. It only made things worse. The ruling still landed in Miss Harrison's favor, proving that avoiding the courtroom won't make legal battles disappear. Once someone is properly served, showing up isn't optional. The court has full authority to proceed without them. This case is more than just one parent dodging responsibility. It's a clear example of how the legal system ensures children receive the support they deserve. Whether it's about personal choices or legal principles, the message is crystal clear. You can run from court, but you can't run from the consequences.